Hello, I'm Siobhan, digital nomad currently in Quito, Ecuador. Welcome to the Panelist Spotlight for the Digital Nomads Beyond 50 2021 Summit, a virtual event of information and inspiration for those choosing to travel and work location independent. Learn from the experts and the experienced about your options, resources, and actions to make it happen. Come on, you know you're ready for this.
Hello and welcome to the Panelist Spotlight for the Digital Nomad Beyond 50 2021 Summit. This is going to be a virtual event of information and inspiration for those who are choosing to live a life that is location independent. So today we have with us STEPHEN McGREGOR, and I'm very glad that this is actually somebody who I've met in person, because most recently Stephen, actually right now Stephen is in Ecuador, where I am, and he's originally from New Zealand. He has his career background includes programming, and most recently he has become a long-term contractor for technical writing, as well as some programming as well too. He's lived in Istanbul, and as I mentioned before, currently right now he is in Ecuador, and he's joining us from the coast, the Pacific coast, where he's been sunning on the beach there, enjoying his time. And most recently, Stephen, you had an experience that's really important for digital nomads to learn from regarding Wi-Fi. So tell us about that.
Sure. Okay, so yesterday, well, the general, well, first I'll tell you about my experience. I've been moving between Airbnbs and hotels, let's say, and they've all had Wi-Fi. I choose places with Wi-Fi, but this place I came to, there's going to be Wi-Fi, and then there wasn't, and there's going to be this, and there wasn't. Then it's like, okay, we'll go and get our own Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi. I had to go and try and get our own Wi-Fi, and it turned into a huge ordeal. Took a literally half-hour taxi ride to the next town, 𝗲𝗲𝗓𝗔. Couldn't get Wi-Fi, and anyway, in the end, did what I should have done in the first place, which is, got the phone, connected to my phone, got free Wi-Fi. It's actually fine here, and I think in Ecuador they have really good internet. I don't know what the background story is. Maybe it's a rich country secretly, but we're talking through this now. So I think the lesson is you've got to maintain your Wi-Fi. But basically, most digital nomads are going to require internet connection for something or other. And I think it's not for your work kit. You only need to have redundancy. Like I have 2 laptops and another laptop here. So I can't with that laptop, and I should have done the same thing for my Wi-Fi. Or I think digital nomads should do that too. Even if you're going to go to places with Wi-Fi, I think the first thing you should do when you land in the country, or one of the first things you do when you land in a country, should be get on a Wi-Fi plan, so you've got some redundancy. Because I missed a meeting yesterday, and I had to go and apologize to people. Hey, sorry, the meeting's kind of for my benefit, going to be for my benefit. And my computer's doing something weird. So that's a lesson. You take care of your Wi-Fi, and don't rely on just going to hotels and places with Wi-Fi. You really need, I think as a digital nomad, you need to have hotspotting or whatever. There's some good world plans, but I think for high speed, we're talking on this phone now in Ecuador, and if you talk on high, speed seems fine. So I think that's the lesson. Look after your Wi-Fi, get redundancy in your work kit, which is possibly know that you can fix your laptop if you're in a weird place, or have 2 laptops like what I do, one old laptop that I just use and this new work laptop. And look after your Wi-Fi. And for many people, that'll be it. You need Wi-Fi, and you need a laptop, working Wi-Fi, and you can kind of be anywhere. So
what kind of remote tools have you found to be very successful for you as you go about your work as well?
Well, these days, Zoom is kind of de rigueur. Everyone seems to have Zoom. Skype has fallen by the way. But obviously video conferencing, and personally, I try as much as possible to take part in meetings. Sometimes you're optional or whatever, but it's good to maintain a presence with, because the company is working in New Zealand, and a few other countries, but basically New Zealand. And I try and maintain a presence with my main client. I do have actually other jobs. Just the other day, I lived in Istanbul doing similar sort of stuff in Istanbul, not exactly the same. Just the other day, I got I've now got a job. The jobs come through from that. But just so Zoom, of course, everyone uses Slack or some sort of chat sort of thing. But if you use email, that's fine. But these tools are free. That thing you might want some sort of assistance with your your bookkeeping. You might want to pay. Get on. There's various companies, startups and stuff that are looking after your books for you. That might be a good thing.
Especially for people who are new to working for themselves, the whole tax issue and deductions, especially if they're U.S. based, could be a new challenge to handle. You mentioned Slack. And I know that a lot of possibly our digital nomads beyond 50 may not be familiar with Slack and Discord.
Okay.
I know that because of various groups that I have been in, I've been exposed to both of them. Can you talk a little bit more about how those can be used as a tool for digital nomads?
Okay, well, maybe I'll just share my screen. I'll run Slack. I can share my screen and just talk about Slack. Is that something? I'll just take a minute for all those who already know about it. Like, Slack, we know about this. So I'll just run my Slack instance, and I'll just share my screen.
Let me make sure. Let me make sure that.
Oh, you've disabled share screen.
Okay.
Can you enable share screen?
Okay. Screen share. Let's see.
Okay, cool.
Can you share your screen now?
Yep. Here we go. Okay. So I'll just do this quickly because most people will know what Slack is, but just for those who don't. So here's Slack. It's basically this is my company Slack. There's nothing to. This is the group thing. So this is Slack, and Slack is really good because so many of your conversations, like here's a guy here, I don't know what's happening here, but you have these conversations with people, and it's a really good way. It's easier than email, so Slack is a really good tool. It's free, I think. I'm not sure, or I'm not actually sure what the story is with Slack, but it's very widely used, and you just maintain these little, it's almost like a conversation. And it's basically that, their goal is to be an email replacement. They have groups and stuff like that, and you're just groups with different groups of people and special interest groups. Here's a project I'm working on. Send people documents. So this is Slack, and that's basically it. There's a few other things, but that's basically you send messages, and then someone will I don't know. There's a general group. Someone will be leaving, so I know something about the Auckland office, whatever. Here's some stuff. There's a tsunami. I put a few things here about a tsunami warning the other day, and then something will go on, and there will be anything sub conversations. But that's Slack, and it's really good for little wee things. Hey, you wrote this here, and then you wrote this here. I can't see how that works and stuff, and it's really good for just having work style little conversations. Often you want to just say to someone, hey Lauren, are we meeting today? Or I found you, or look, I don't understand this thing here, and you wrote this, but what's this? So that's Slack. Super useful.
What is the advantage of Slack or Discord, which I understand them to be very similar?
Discord, Discord.
What is the advantage of those as compared to using email? I think that's a logical question that some people.
That is a logical question. Yeah. So Slack is I think Slack even voiced that they want to be an email replacement, and to some degree they are. And emails. So emails are better for larger bodies of work. You really want to write a big block of text. But if you're writing, we've seen it all. You have a big conversation on email, and it's like 15, 20 emails long. You're cycling through. And also, it's really bad because people post at the top, which is all wrong. Emails designed incorrectly. You should be posting at the bottom so people can read through. So email tends, unless you're a special person with a special plugin and some really good systems, can get really lost, because in a big email chain, here's the bit, and then also you've got the separate emails, and each email, if you've got 17 people have contributed, there's actually 17 emails, and the 17th email has actually got all the bits in it, or most of the bits. So it's not particularly well organized. Slack is, they've looked at email and they've said, what can we do to make it better? So it's much better for little things, which often in a work environment, hey, John, you said you'd send me that thing. Is it available? That kind of stuff. Send an email. It's also more, it's better for the task of small back and forth conversations. Slack just is. Email is better for longer, more involved stuff. And if you want to give something a bit of weight, you send it an email. Hey, I've got to point this thing out, So keeping things light, Slack, which most stuff is, you go in Slack. But yeah, Slack, Discord, which I've only used a bit just to see how it works. But yeah, Discord could be another one. And now there's probably a lot of other chat things that one can use. But Zoom, of course, yeah. So those are tools that a digital nomad would use. That's some stuff.
Any other technical
tips?
Or hacks that could work?
Let's see. I've got some good hacks for traveling. One is which I can actually, I'll just describe it, I won't show it to you. Really good thing to take when you travel is a plug box from your country. Because then you only have to, because you're going to have all your devices with your country's plugs. You plug them into your plug box and you only need one adapter to go into the wall. Take a power bar, whatever. Take a power bar or a plug box. I can actually run this. I can actually show you. It doesn't really matter, but in Ecuador, you do not plug a computer in unless you have a shock, a shock absorber. I'll show you. I bought one. I'll show. Surge protector. Because in Ecuador and many countries, this happens. Surges of electricity happen and they destroy your computer. So you really want to take a surge protector with you. I've got a really good, I bought one at a cheap shop, but it's great. I could unplug it from the wall and show you, but it involves some dead time where I went to get it.
Right. No worries.
Take a surge protector
Did you buy it here in Ecuador?
No, I bought it in New Zealand. I saw someone say, make sure you have one, and then I saw one, and I bought it. But actually, in Ecuador, a lot of the power bars have surge protectors built into them, but still, power box or plug bar, whatever you call it, power bar, and surge protector for probably any third world country. Never plug your laptop in other than through a surge protector, because one day, it'll happen, something, and I understand that does happen here. Obviously, I take a bit of effort to keep my devices charged. I've got to make sure I've got all my cords, and I try to keep my stuff charged, but that's just me anyway. That's not a particularly traveling thing. But you don't want to be, some people, my sister and various people, their phone's always running out of charge. It's like, you don't want to be in some situation, your phone's running out of battery. But these are minor things that I think anyone can think of. Protection for laptops, that's a good thing. I've gone to a bit of effort. I should have prepared things to show you, but in my bags, I bought it
at the actual summit. You can bring them.
Was it? I can show them. Yeah. But I bought a really thick yoga mat. It wasn't a thick yoga mat. It's actually a flooring mat for like a garage or something, and cut out blocks of it, a bit bigger than my laptop. I've got two bigger than my laptops, so I can pack them together in my bags because there will be impact and stuff. And I've actually done this a bit. My bag has fallen off the top shelf watch out for those top shelves in the bus. You put your bag up there, you think it's there, and you think it's safe. They're not. They do fall off, especially if they're heavy, and you go in a corner and the weight of your bag. So I generally don't put my bags up there. Of course, there's stuff to do with stuffing that. You might want to think those laptop bags are retarded. Don't buy the laptop bags. They say, hey, I've got a laptop, and they don't protect your laptop. So first they tell everyone you've got a laptop, and secondly they don't protect it. It's just stupidity. So you might want to think about how you're going to protect your laptop in your bag, and of course it's got to be carry-on. I don't know what else. Generally, you can take lots. Carry on. Only a few airlines. A few Asian lines, but you can find out before and weigh carry on. So you can generally take on like 15 kgs of carry on, and no one cares. So that's pretty something to think about. Of course, never take any tech in your checked baggage, because theft in baggage, it really happens, and probably they like the tech stuff, so carry on all your tech stuff. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's probably, I mean, I might have some tips.
Well,
I don't view myself as that much of a, even though I did in Istanbul, I didn't really travel. I was actually working at home for like 8 years. But I'm not that much of a thing. And also seeing that I had this big crisis yesterday, you know, I'm actually kind of nervous.
I can tell that you're going to have still even more opportunities and more information to share come the time of the summit, which is scheduled for the 22nd, 23rd, and the 24th of June. And we look forward to your participation as a panelist and sharing more information and more experiences as you have gone along. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Stay,
Yeah, for sure.
And
hold on. See you at the summit.
Thank you very much.